Stick like right there.
Yeah. You can just let it go if I think it'll be alright. I don't know anything about them. So
Yeah, no. So I've listened to their stuff since their since their EP and first album came out.
Someone told me that was 2012. Is that right?
Somewhere around there. Found out about them when I went to college, just because I like finding new, different bands and stuff like that. And then I listened to them a little bit, but when their album Strange Trails came out, I really, really started enjoying them. And after researching about like their process, that was when I started to get deeper into their music. Usually when they write, their writer, the lead singer, when he writes music, he takes a situation that's like happened, and most artists will just write about that situation, that experience, that moment, that emotion, a love, a breakup, something like that. But instead what he has chosen to do is like he'll take that and then take that situation and play it out, and then fantasize, and then play it out, and then play it out further, and he takes that moment and he writes about that, and he creates this whole fantastical world around that, where all of these things take place. And so in that process, he never seeks to defame people, and I think that process is really interesting, like as an artist. But then also if you listen to Strange Trails, Strange Trails especially, like Vide Noir has a little bit of this, but Strange Trails, if you listen to it beginning to end, it operates as a narrative. So when you listen to the album, like you'll get 3 songs down, and then you'll hear tones and music that kind of cycles back and goes back 2 or 3 songs prior.
So musically, you mean lyrically also? Is it one cohesive journey or story? Or
lyrically, it's all just kind of, from my understanding, lyrically, it's all just kind of more like just different stories in this strange place. But then, like musically, all of it ties it together to create this fantastical world.
When you said that, though, when you said you take the whole album and it comes back,
yeah.
I thought you were going to say like a story, but you were talking more musically.
Yeah. I mean, and it kind of leads you along as a story, like as a progression.
So, how long was it between like when that first EP came out and Strange Trails? Is that what it's called?
That's a good question. You can find out.
I just wondered how, because kind of what I wonder about people is if it was an immediate thing where they just loved them, or if I think for most people it probably is something that happens over time.
For me, their album Lonesome Dreams came out in 2012, and then Strange Trails came out in 2015. 2012, I enjoyed their stuff. I had a friend give me honestly, it was a mixtape, because we used to swap CDs with music and stuff, just look for new stuff and swap CDs back and forth. And they found him, and I listened to him a bit and really enjoyed his stuff, but like amongst like a whole bunch of other stuff, so really shaped a lot of the music that I was listening to at the time. And then in 2015, when Strange Trails came out, I already followed him on Spotify and stuff, and so I listened to it like pretty much from the get-go.
Consistently?
Yeah.
It wasn't a lull or anything. So a lot of times when I talk to people, they talk about like the connection they have with the music as a result of like significant time in their life. Was there a significant time or anything that you were going through, or that kind of solidified?
Mostly just the tonality, and kind of like the messages behind his songs. Kind of presents this wanderlust kind of feel. And I enjoy traveling. I enjoy, seeing the world, that kind of stuff. And so for me, it's just his music kind of falls right in line with things that I already enjoy, tonality wise, also with circumstances.
Does it inspire you in any way to do it?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like I'm a graphic designer, so I do photography, graphic design, stuff like that. And listening to his music, it's definitely got a feel that matches along with some photography projects that I worked on, or just trips that I've gone on.
Can you think of anything in like specific as far as a project or something, or?
That's a good question.
We got 45 minutes to take your time.
Yeah, no. So on his album Strange Trails, he has a song called Frozen Pines, and that, along with like 2 or 3 other songs from the album, but they really kind of inspired some photography that I was doing a little while back, just because I was wanting to go out and shoot something that had a little bit more of that adventurous feel. And a lot of times when I go on trips, like, I take my music pretty seriously. I make playlists for all occasions and stuff, and that's consistently stuff that's usually in my playlists.
When you're working on a project, or when you're trying to be inspired to do something creative.
Yeah, exactly.
What are your other playlists?
Oof.
Well, I mean, so you have a serious playlist? You said that's for adventure.
Oh yeah, no, I've got like serious playlists. I've got stuff for when I'm, super upset and angry. I've got workout playlists. I've got a playlist of nothing but like spoken word music. That it's slightly depressing, but it's good. So
you're upset and angry.
Yeah.
What kind of music is that, or who is that?
Just depends. Sometimes it's a little bit more pop punk, a little bit more of that, or
aggressive?
like more aggressive garage punk, or if it's more of like a remorseful upset, it can kind of swap more over to like acoustic kind of stuff that has like aggressive sounds, like A Day to Remember, but like they're acoustic tracks taken from those things.
I got plenty of stuff from you. I'm just asking you questions.
Yeah.
So can I get a picture of you to go with it?
Yeah, certainly.
What kind of camera do you use?
D850.
That's a pretty new one, right?